My name's Dan Linus. I'm the owner of Spring Run Dairy in Pittstown, New Jersey. We milk 50 cows and process some of our own milk. My grandparents bought the farm in about 1985. My parents bought it from them, and I am the first generation of dairy farm to milk cows here. The watershed that we're a part of is the Delaware River. We do have a creek that runs right next to our property that all of our rainwater goes into, and it eventually leads right into the Delaware River. Some of the best management practices that we use on the farm are cover crops as well as no-till. We use a above-ground manure storage facility as well as a water retention basin to help keep water on the property. A cover crop is a crop that goes in after our main crop that we harvested. Corn silage is one of our main crops that we have here on the farm. The corn is harvested in about September. We like to immediately get in behind the harvester, plant a cover crop. That way they can hold that soil in place for the rest of the growing season. And then we haul our manure then onto that ground. We try to get our manure hauled onto ground that's not bare soil. That way, if it's green and growing, it's gonna utilize those nutrients right away, and then you don't have to worry about as much runoff going downstream. We spread manure in the spring and in the fall. We like to spread before we plant our crop in the spring, in April or May. We plant our crop, that crop utilizes those nutrients, and then we like to haul in the fall as well. That way we can put a cover crop in and get those nutrients right down into the ground. Before we haul manure, we take a sample of it and get a nutrient analysis done on the manure. We pair those up with soil samples that we pull on our property to know how much manure to apply on certain fields and in certain areas of fields to best accommodate the crop that we grew and the next crop that we're going to grow. Our manure storage is an above ground structure called a slurry store. We use that to store our manure for between 6 to 8 months. All of our wash water that is produced here from the cows and the milking process, as well as our creamery and wash down processes, all get stored into that slurry store, and it's kept there until we're ready to haul manure in the spring and in the fall. Our manure storage was put up in collaboration with NRCS. They helped put together the engineering and the funding to help us put that manure storage up. So this helps us better utilize that manure for our crops and care of the ground, and to allow us to spread in a timely manner rather than all year round. No-till is a practice where you take a planter and plant directly into a firm soil that either has a cover crop growing in it or is just bare, but it's the practice of not plowing, disking, turning any soil over. It's a matter of just keeping everything in place and helps keep that soil where it belongs. One of the projects that we did, and we worked with a local NRCS, was a retention basin out in the back part of our property. In an event of heavy rainfall, instead of having all that water wash off the fields and go directly into the creek, this retention basin holds that water and lets it seep into the ground slowly, furthering to help it keep nutrients on the property and water in the ground. I like to tell people we recycle and reuse everything when it comes to the manure and how it's used and nutrients and things like that. It's a full circle on our property. We're trying to best utilize our resources to produce a high quality product.